Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about the abolitionists, those people who wanted to abolish slavery, which, by the way, that's not even a term, an act, an organization, a movement that was just exclusive to America, or even the time frame of the slaves that we are speaking about. Nah, this goes all the way back to Rome. Like back in those days, they was really out here. It was always somebody going, yo, what we doing? This is what we doing? Which is crazy. I always see when the conversation of slavery comes up, there's always somebody going, America ain't the only place with slaves, and everybody has to always know the concept of what they did is the only place. That's an American thing. You know what I'm saying? That's an American thing. The fact that you had to have a war over slavery, which, by the way, it wasn't really over slavery, but it ultimately was over slavery. The fact that you had to write a law that it was no longer servitude, and it was slavery in perpetuity is an issue. Perpetuity. Do you know other countries, other civilizations, all back in the day, you were a slave because you had to pay off your debt. You were the conquered civilization that the next group came through and conquered y'all. Ooh, y'all are ours now. Y'all work for us. Your child wasn't exactly a slave. Your child was treated differently because they were the offspring of a slave, yes, but they weren't exactly slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a thing. There were tiers to this. You know what I'm saying? America was like, no, nah, son. Your kid, your kid's kids, your kid's kids' kids will all be owned by this group of people, or maybe sold off, but you will be owned. There will be no freedom for you or anybody who comes from you. That's an American thing. That was an American to fight in court to get your slaves back is an American thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your slave ran away and somehow got locked up north or down south in Florida for whatever reason, and somebody's like, hey, word gets back to Master Johnson in Virginia, that's my slave. Bring him back up here. Nah, he wasn't a slave when we rocked him up. I'm gonna take you to court for him. That is wild. That, you know what I'm saying? That, yo, crazy. That, the fact that you go from a slave place to a free place where there is no slavery, and you still want to keep this person as a slave. Like, you're not even like, nope, mine's. And then a judge has to go, well, yeah, it was his when he got here. Like, it's just, like it's a table, a horse. That's an American thing. That part. To not be able to read, to be told to not read or write would lead to be found out to read or write could be death. No other spot had that. No other spot was doing that. No other spot was actually wiping your history away from you and going, start anew, this is the new you. That was us. In America. That's an American thing. So when you go, oh, they had that everywhere. Not like this. This was a different thing. This was a completely different thing. And that's where I think a lot of times the heat comes in, because people get caught up where they're trying their best to acknowledge the wrong, but then defend the wrong at the same time. And you can't do both. You can't go, yeah, it is, but hear me out. Nah, No, you don't get to do that. Evil is it was evil. And as I've always said, and I will continue to say, it's not the fact that the past is the past. It's the fact that a lot of times there's still residue and remnants of the past circulating the atmosphere today. You know what I'm saying? You got Nazis, Klansmen out here marching in areas today. You have people trying to get their pro-right game on today. You got the president's best buddy, homeboy, who got the real foul-mouthed, disrespectful son, which, yo, I'm anti-Trump to a degree. Trump should have grabbed your little mans and shook him a little bit, like, you little big-head mother. Yo, what's wrong with you, yo? Trump should have shook that little dude. Shook him, just shook him. Like, you funny-faced little dude, you don't talk to me. I don't even understand half of the words you were saying. But I know you said something messed up. I'll shake your little butt again, man. Get out of here, you big-head brat. You know what I mean? But, yo, just sat there and ate that. He was just like, and I mean, had that look like nah. And yo, I would have paused everything. Time out. And get your little big head, son. Keep talking to me. You're not really the president. Shut up, idiot. Like, yeah, I'm about to pop. Look, they about to see me pop this kid live. I'm about to kick this little dude. Boop. Kick him. Remember when they had the joint when he was under the desk? I would have pushed the whole desk on him. Like, blow. Got up wrong. Anyway, I have to say this. There's a spot in Mississippi, right? Or is it Alabama? It's someplace down south. And I'm too lazy to look it up again. But there's a spot where a dude went in and has made, and here's the way that it was said, made masturbation illegal. But it's not just masturbation. And I forgot where it is down south. It's definitely some southern stuff. Of course, right? It's not just masturbation. It's having sex without the intent to impregnate. This dude says conception starts at erection. So as soon as your boy gets hype, you better be ready to make a baby. There is no just doing it to be doing it. Nah, son. We got to go in with the intent to bring a child into this world. Or you will be fined and or arrested. They're out here giving death threats to this dude, by the way. First of all, don't get no. Why are y'all even acknowledging this, right? Who is sitting around looking at your house to see what you're doing? Who's the person that's snitching? Is my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's doing this? Whose ex is going to be like, yeah, we did it 4 times and he won't trying to get pregnant. He won't trying to get me a baby. We gotta go arrest him. You're gonna get arrested too, but we'll take some time off because you snitched. Who's doing this? And then what about gay couples? Like, was that a slick way to go? And we're anti-gay. Because there's no way 2 dudes are making a baby. There's no way 2 chicks are making a baby. So just no sex. Y'all just out here just. I show my emotions by hugging you and cooking you a nice dinner. Where are we right now? How are we making these laws? Like whoever, you know what I'm saying? Remember like back in the day when they would tell you like there's crazy laws like, hey, frogs can't be out here making rubbing noises at this time of the day. And you're like, well, who gonna arrest the frogs? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can't go out here and not wear underwear. Who's looking at you not wearing underwear? Who's like, yo, they ain't got no underwear on? Those kind of law. Like, this is a weird law. No masturbating. No having sex without the intent to impregnate. Who's going to snitch? Who like that? That basically means I'm gonna tell you now. There's a whole bunch of hotels that will be shut down. A gang of hotels that just ran out of business. Hey, yeah, can I get a room? Who's the little lady you with? It's just a shorty I'm with. Yeah, you trying to make a baby? Nah, I can't say get a room, dog. I know what y'all trying to do. Cool. Next thing you know, that word get, hey, don't be trying to do it at that hotel. Remember, that was the cool hotel just off the road. You bang bang and keep it pushing. Yeah, nah, son. They talk about they don't want none of them. They trying to follow the rules. A word, hotel shut down. 3 months. What happened to that hotel? You know what that hotel was for? You knew what that hotel was for? That mean ain't no prostitutes. No prostitutes is in that state anymore. Prostitution done went down. Like, man, look. What? Oh, man. The South is tripping, boy. The South got something to say. For sure. That's, like, no, come on, man. Like I said, everybody just said it was masturbating. Like, yeah, that's cool. Guys, what are you going to do? Like, no, it was no anything. If you're not trying to make a baby, what are y'all going to do? Who's going to, like, again, who is snitching? I would love to see the first person locked up for that. Like, that's just going to be a sad day. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was a kid, weird story, crazy offbeat story, but as I've said many times, I was a juvenile, locked up, went upstate, Hanover, Virginia, Caldwell Cottage. I remember the lights were still on, and when the lights are on, a lot of us would just throw the sheets over our head to wait for the lights out. So I did that, and I rapped. So I got my hands by my side, I'm laying on my back, and my fingers are probably moving. I'm hearing the noises, everybody's making noise. You know, everybody's still talking, getting ready to, because we had just did the shower thing, and boom, boom, boom. So it's all what it is. We're just, and then it got quiet. So I'm like, did they turn the lights out? Take the sheet off my head. There's this, and I gotta describe this brother to you. His name was Mr. Minor. Have you ever saw Dark Waters? It's a joint called Dark Waters, Hanna Barbera cartoon. It's a bunch of like piratey type joints, and there's this dark goo, the mist or whatever that comes in the water, and it literally eats people or whatever it does to people, and people are avoiding it. They're trying to get these jewels. The good guys are trying to get these jewels. The bad guy is missing some teeth. He got the beard, one eye open, one eye closed a little bit, balding, heavy set. Mr. Minor looks like this dude. He would wear these tight t-shirts and hoodies with a fanny pack and sweatpants and combat boots. And yeah, wow. Anyway, it got quiet. I take the sheet off. Like, okay, cool, I can just go to sleep. Lights are still on. Everybody's looking towards the guy beside me. Mr. Minor is standing at the foot of the bed. My man got his knees up. Hand is on overdrive. All you see is the hands moving. I'm like, oh, man. Once he was done, he pulled the sheet off. Dude was there. Mr. Minor was there. He was like, strike two. Because he was missing some teeth, so a lot of words didn't come out the right way. Strike two. Because he already got it. And he was one of them dudes, like, if you do 3 strikes, we got to put you in the hole. And the thing about the hole was, that's dead time. Like, so if you was there for 6 months, you ended up in the hole for a week. That week is, your 6 months is frozen. That week is over with. Matter of fact, here's and I know I'm off beat now, but the point is now, here's a story. It was me and a dude who was from my area but lived in a different part of town. A month in, my man got 2 years in the hole. 2 years in the hole. Then he gonna do it 6 months. Then he gonna do it 6 months. Ooh wee. Cause he almost killed somebody. I was in there with a brother who had 6 months. Been there for 4 years. He about to be 18, and then they like, yo, we're gonna have to just send you to the regular people jail. You're gonna have to do out just 6 months in regular people jail. Then go home. My man has been locked up. He was locked up since 13 or 14. Should have been home. 13 or 14. 6 months and went home. He about to be 18. He was going on 8. I think by that September he was gonna be 18. I went home in August. So September or October he was gonna be 18 and gonna have to send him to the actual real jail to even do his 6 months, and then he'd be free. This dude has no childhood. Cause he was out here wilding, locked up. Crazy. Like all the little girlfriend things that you do in high school and middle school, he ain't even get to experience any of that. It ain't nothing but just dudeness. It's just dudeness. Just dudeness. You know what I'm saying? Wow, B. Crazy. Anyway, back to the strike thing. 2 strikes. 3rd strike, you're gonna have to go up in the hole for about a week or 2. Point is, Minor was on that joint right there. So here's another crazy part of the story too, because he was really big on that. Like he was big on this. Like, don't be touching yourself up in here. Don't be doing it. Perfect example. We go up in the shower. We'd all have to stand in line at the shower, and with dudes, some dudes are more arrogant and I don't know if you want to call it arrogant and insecure at the same time. So some dudes are touching themselves to get themselves at their best peak, but not quite all the way. You know, they're just like, wake up a little bit, son. Wake up. Alright, cool. I think I'm cool. I'm ready to go up in the shower now. You know what I'm saying? My man will catch you. What you doing? Huh? Touching on yourself. That's 1 strike. Dude was getting strikes. And the only reason, and look, I can't speak for any other time, but I know for the time I was there, the only reason that happened, it was a brother from Lynchburg, Virginia. He walked in the shower. He's in the shower. And all of a sudden, dudes was laughing. They were like, yo, my man look like he got a belly button. You got an Audi. Is that your joint, son? So now everybody's trying to like be like, nah, son, you ain't gonna catch me slipping. And he's catching them, trying to not slip. Touching yourself too? That's I've caught you one time before having it. Nah, man, yeah. 2 strikes for you. Man, he had a dude caught up on a 3 strike, but his 3 strike wasn't for that. His 3 strike was for fighting. Like they was, cause that was the other thing too. They fight up in the showers. Like they catch, like you had to, like there had to be a thing where there was a group of people who would clean the stalls and clean the showers out. So they were like, yo, I got beef with son. Hey, you think you all that, son? Let's go up in the back. Let's go up in the bathroom. Which, when you're a kid, you ain't think about it. When you get older, you start watching these movies like James Bond and all them Jason Statham joints, and you see dudes just smashing their heads all up on the sink and the toilets, and you're like, ooh, that's dangerous. When you're a kid, you ain't think nothing about it. These dudes go back there, they fight. They throwing hands. My man gets popped. He claimed he slipped, and that's how he got popped. The other dude said, nah, it was just a dope uppercut, and he got popped. It was people who saw it. I didn't go back there. I don't know what happened. All I know is one group of dudes came out, and the guy who ended up hitting the deck and was knocked out, they had to go. That was how that happened. That's how he got caught. He was knocked out. The people had to go, the guards, the people watching over us had to go back and get him because he was knocked out. And they were like, yo, who did this? So we were locked down. We were on lockdown. Like, there was no going upstairs and hang out in the pool, play pool, or watch TV or nothing that. Like, when you came back from school, everybody had to just hang out in their bedroom and in the beds, not in the bedroom because it was just a big old space. So we had that for like a week or two because nobody snitched. But because he was fighting, here was his third strike. And he had to do 3 weeks in the joint when he woke up. Wow, B. Hey, crazy. But yeah, man, like, yo, this masturbation thing, playing with yourself, boy, people take that serious. My man was taking that serious. Just watching my man do his thing and then got done. It was when he pulled the sheet off and felt good about life. Strike two. Oh, man, he was a country boy, too. Oh, man, no, man. Oh, no. Oh, God darn it. And gone. Hey, just had him on lock. Crazy, though. That down south masturbation thing took me to that story. Because that's what I was thinking about, too, when I heard it. I was like, yo, that sounds like something that Mr. Minor dude would do. That's wild, son. 2 strikes. Like I said, I only saw one person get 3 strikes, but not for that. It was just because my man was knocked out. He was slumped up in the bathroom. Just like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? With soap water. Anyway, my bad, y'all. I started reminiscing. I told y'all I'm not an angel, man. I'm a real dude. Life was real out here, son. It was real out here, B. You know what I mean? But anyway, thank y'all for listening. We're going to get into the real episode. Please do not judge me off of this. No, I don't care, dog. We life. Right? People have done things, man. It's the adventure. You know what I'm saying? That's what life is at the end of the day. Life is a journey. That's why I hate when I see these young dudes just be like, and they just stop. I don't want to fail. Like, dude, failing is part of the game. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't want to do that. And then and then here's the thing: we all been there. We all thought about that. Like, common sense had a joint. Never understood working for the man and being broke, but being broke, I ain't a fan. That was all of us. We all didn't want to work for the system, but we ain't want to be broke. We all didn't want to be like, my mom's been in that job for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? My pop's been doing that joint for 20 years. I can't do all that. You get in, the vibe is good. Because most people stay at their jobs for the people. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that. Most people stay at their jobs for the vibe. People leave the job. They say, oh, I left for more money. A lot of times it's not even the more money, it's the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, the disrespect. Especially if you've been there for a while, the more money aspect there is cool, but you've earned, there's a pocket of money. And again, I think I talked about this before. There's a pocket of money that's yours somewhere to cut that you just have to get access to. And you got to figure out a way to access that. Because these jobs be really like, you know what I'm saying? I remember, like I said, I remember I worked at the hotel. I didn't take vacation, so all my vacation time was just piled up. You know what I'm saying? So when I left, they were giving me years of those 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, 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 boom. A lot of these jobs ain't doing that no more. Like, you quit. Forget getting fired. You quit. You get nothing that you've accumulated. So you got to figure out, like, going, ooh, it all makes sense because there's more money over here. Yeah, but there's a lot of money you're leaving. Like, you're not even getting access to that. You got to figure out how to get that, then leave. So, but again, like, most people don't leave their job just for pay. They leave their job because they felt they were disrespected. They felt underutilized. They felt, you know what I'm saying? Like, the vibe ain't there. There's somebody coming for their head and nobody's listening. Most people, again, stay at their job because everybody's cool. Everybody, it's, you know what I mean? It's a vibe. It's a cool situation. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. But anyway, that ain't my point. My point is, I have no point. I'm probably just ended up rambling. Y'all know how we do, baby. Just talk. Let's get into this next episode, man. I will figure out the episode. Look, while we edit it, I'll go, ooh, that's what the point was. And whatever, man. Thank y'all for listening to that wild story, them wild stories. And again, life, that's where it was. Life is a journey, and these young boys don't want to be out here failing, but they don't understand that's part of the game. It's not a fit. Don't take the L as a loss. Take the L as a lesson moment, as a teachable moment. Like, yo, ooh, I got to learn from that. Next time I see this coming around the corner, I know better. Boom. That's how you got to do that, man. Like, a lot of these dudes, ain't adventuring, man. These dudes ain't got stories. Like, look, that was a bad moment in my life. You know what I'm saying? I did something wrong. I got convicted for it. I had to do time for it as a kid. But it was a whole bunch of funny moments, cool, teachable moments, learning moments. I got to sit down and read various books, whether it was holy books like the Quran, the Bible, the Torah, whether it was just reading biographies and stuff, whether it was learning different languages and understanding history and getting into history even more and understanding science even more and all that. And then that just helped mold me better as a person and all that. I took that time to do something and grow as a person. Life, B. Gotta turn that joint around, you know what I'm saying? I could have done like a lot of my other homies and just watch Soul Train all day. Be like, ooh, Soul Train on. Ooh, Soul Train on. That's what a lot of dudes did, Soul Train. Just Soul Train on a Saturday. Just Soul Train and cartoons. Could have did that. Didn't do that. I was out here trying to read, and every once in a while when a dope song would come up, like, okay, that's who's saying that? Okay, cool. And get back to what I was doing. Life, B. Life. Anyway, thank y'all for rocking, though. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. Let's get into what we do. I've talked too long. I've exposed too much of myself. Let's go. Yes. Rest in peace to Guru. Rest in peace to B.I.G. Yeah, you know how we be. Out here in these streets. Hold on. Let me get it like this. Grizzly bears. Hold on. Grizzly bears, polar bears, brown bears, black bears. The question bears to the mind, what was Yogi Bear? I better stop that, Lord. Yeah. Hey, here's the wild part. Watching Roger Rabbit, they got the Looney Tunes. They got the Disney. How did they forget Hanna Barbera? How did they forget them? Like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Yogi, Scooby, Huckleberry Hound, Quick Draw McGraw, Snagglepuss, Augie Doggy and Doggy Daddy, or however that joint go, Top Cat. How they forget them dudes? Inch High, Spot Private Eye, you know what I'm saying? Magilla Gorilla. What was the other dude? Grape Ape? You know what I mean? Wally Gator. How they forget them dudes? How they just leapfrog over them dudes like they ain't in Toontown? They on a whole nother section of the city or something. Yo, we need to do a whole Roger Rabbit 2, and they need to find out what happened to the Hanna and Barbera people, man. Word. And matter of fact, let's even add like the Transformers versus the GoBots. Let's have a Transformer versus GoBot fight. Yeah, I'm out here reminiscing hard. Hey, and it's weird when you're a kid and you really think it's a debate between GoBots and Transformers till you really start like looking at them cartoons. Like really looking at them like I forgot somebody's playing GoBots. Somebody was playing GoBots and I happened to watch like a couple of episodes and I was like, I can't believe I was into this. This is garbage. Why? You know what I'm saying? What was making me really watch this? This GoBot stuff is trash. Transformers was what was up though. Transformers was ridiculous, son. Transformers had him out here going crazy. Transzor Z. Yeah, y'all don't know if a lot of y'all up on that. Transzor Z was that joint. You know what I mean? What was another one? Voltron, easy. Garfield, no, forget Garfield. What's the other joint? Heathcliff, and what was the dude's name? The dude with he had the hat on and with the cane and he hung out with Wordsworth and Hector and all them. Yeah. Hey, was it Riff Raff? Heathcliff and Riff Raff? Yeah, who knows, man? Inspector Gadget, He-Man, She-Ra, Jim. That was the joint your sister doing. Watch She-Ra and Jim and Strawberry Shortcake and all that right there. The Smurfs. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera did the Smurfs, man. Come on, man. Shirt Tails, remember them? It was like the raccoons in them and they lived up in the tree. Don't act like I'm the only one now. Remember these joints. Then it was the Snuzzle Wuzzles, the Snoogle Doogles. Hey, the joints, it was like they was two different animals mixed together. They came on Saturday morning, CBS. They came on before the Gummy Bears. And yo, shout out to Gummy Bears. Tell me why. Let's keep it a buck, man. Hold on. Stop the music. Why is it, remember the yellow gummy bear? Everybody knew a chick who looked like the yellow gummy bear. Bring it back. Everybody remember the one chick that looked like I don't even know, there was Grammy Gummy, Grandpa Gummy, then the little dude looked like little dude from Tailspin when that time went by. Like, Disney's just got a whole format where they make everybody look the same. But anyway, Lil Shorty, the yellow joint, looked like somebody you knew. It was like, yo, I went to school with somebody like her. This is what we do, man. This is how we get down. Gargoyle, my mama love that. Here's what I found out. Gargoyles was a black cartoon. They threw it in there the way they threw it in there. And Gargoyles is that get down. Everybody, look, Keith, David, yo, iconic with the voice. He was the main dude. I can't think of the dude's name right now, but the Gargoyle joints. And then it's like the one dopey one. That's the dopey bear from Gummy Bears. Told you Disney was out here rotating all these people around like that. But anyway, man, this is what we do. Pee Wee Herman. Remember the Pee Wee Herman show? Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, salute. He had the cowboy hat on with the jerry curl. Yeah, don't act like we don't remember that. Salute to my man who came up with Everybody Dance with the Pee Wee Herman. Ooh, we might have to play that tonight, if not tonight, Saturday. Yeah, that was the get down. My mama loved that joint too. Boom, boom. Get bit. And look, my mama would perk up when she heard that too. Get busy, y'all. Ooh, ah. Anyway, y'all hear this music. Y'all know what time it really is. Y'all, look how you do it right there. Y'all know what time it really is. Ill right there. Hey. But anyway, how we gonna get down with this right here? Ooh, the beat stopped on time too. Let me clear my throat. We gonna take it from the top. And we go like this. This moment in white people history. Now here's this thing. This is a piece of history that is crazy, but it's real. And it's real because we know it's real. The abolitionists. First of all, let's keep it a buck. The concept of wanting to not have slaves, the abolitionist people, goes all the way back into the 15th century. Back when they were grabbing people from everywhere and trying to bring them here and there, and not even to America. Like, America's a whole nother thing. We're talking like back in the day, there was always people, even back in Rome, there was abolitionists. I'm probably pronouncing all of this wrong. There were people going, yo, don't make them slaves. And a lot of times they weren't slaves. Like, you could earn your way out of that situation. But when we talk about America, America was a whole nother thing. You could get fined. You could be outcasted. You could be put to death if you were out here helping slaves. And if you were helping slaves, it was called theft. That was a theft. You know what I'm saying? Now, this dates back to the early days of even the first transatlantic thing. They were actually in England. They were in France. They were in Spain. There were people trying to stop the transatlantic trade abroad before it even got to America. They were out here trying to figure out, back in those days, how to stop it. You know what I'm saying? That was the crazy joint, right? And then the joint jumps off, of course, obvious, and we got the slaves here. Then there were people who were like, yo, I'm going to help these slaves get by. Now, what happens is, like with anything, we all know the rule. Malcolm X said it best. There's house Negroes and there's field Negroes. And what happened was, when the word started spreading about who might be one of them people helping out on the Underground Railroad, they start questioning. When they find out what's the techniques, they start trying to emulate. They start having certain houses emulate techniques. Oh, they say, you know what I'm saying, if you got the light up on the left window, you know what I'm saying, that mean, you know, I'm one of them houses. Next thing you know, you knock on the door and they got you. Got you. Or they might actually go to those houses and get them. Like, plop, plop, plop. Open up the door. Hey, who you thought it was this time of night? Why was you so eager to open the door? Why you even got the lights on? It's 2 in the morning. What going on? You reading? You reading? Downstairs? You can't read in your bedroom? Hey, dog. Yeah. Arrest them. That's how they was running up on them. You know what I'm saying? They was out here doing it. These people were putting their lives, and not even their lives, their families' legacy in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine being somewhere in South Carolina or Virginia or Georgia, and you're a Humperdinck, and they be like, aren't you related to William Humperdinck? Yes, that is my cousin. He likes helping slaves get free. And then, you know, now you can't do no business no more. And then he got to go all the way back to Virginia and be like, dog, you messing my paper up down there in Georgia because you out here freeing these slaves. And then, you know, they had that conversation or whatever. But yeah, that was a wild joint. They was out here doing their things. Now, that's the good. The weird, because I ain't gonna call it ugly, I'm gonna call it weird. As you go further north, there's a perspective. There's a box that they have placed slaves in. So they look at slaves and they think of slaves as not well spoken, not so, like, they're intelligent, but they're not educated in school. You know, they got street smarts, they ain't got book smarts. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go. Salute to Frederick Douglass, who changed that. Frederick Douglass, like I said, I don't like to get into his stuff, but I did get into it. But as you know, found out how to read. He was out and about out there in Maryland. He would grab scraps of newspaper and teach himself how to read, teach himself how to write. So he was very educated, well-spoken, and was up on everything that was going on, current event at that time. He escapes and goes up north. And they're telling him to basically, when you get in front of this crowd, shuck and jive. You're a slave. You're a former slave. They want to see the abolitionist people want to see the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember back in the 90s? Because we reminiscing. And you had the rappers who was gangsters, or they came from the hood. My mama was on crack and all that. And then there's somebody who was like, yo, nah, they came from a nice area, son. They got 2 parents both in the house. Mama got a degree in this, daddy got a degree in that. They won't never broke. They ain't have to sling no rocks, son. What you talking about? They ain't from the hood. Credibility get lost and shot, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, everybody like, y'all, you faking it, you know, and which was weird, because when we was kids, that was the, you know what I'm saying, how dare you be really rich, we love being broke. We was stupid, we was dumb, we love being broke, I love being out here on the block slinging these crack rocks, you know, we was dumb, you know what I'm saying, like over here, we was, you know what I mean, but anyway, point is, he ain't do it, but a lot of other people did. Up north, as the way it goes, Northerners, their form of racism, as much as they were all about abolishing slavery, they also was like, how can we ship y'all back to Africa? We don't really want y'all around. Like, it's cool, we can all get together and have the same thing, but y'all need to be over there. Either in Africa or get your own land, like way over there where we really ain't got to get with y'all except for gathering times, like you know what I'm saying? Out and about moments, like I don't want y'all living next door to me. Whereas down south, it was a totally like a hatred. There was a sense of, you guys are human, because that's where it started out as. Like, yo, these are humans. These aren't cattle. This isn't, these are real people. They, you know what I mean? They're humans. But the game was the game. They still had their own weird perception of black people. And it was like, that was something in itself. You know what I'm saying? It was like, these people who want to free us still in their own way think they're there that we're beneath them. You know what I mean? But it's a wild thing. But to know that there were those people out there who were definitely against slavery. There were politicians during the mix of getting ready to get into the Revolutionary War, post-Revolutionary War, where the concept of ending slavery was always on the docket. It was always something that was voted upon. And even back then, as you know, like a century or so later, the Civil War started, but the seeds were planted even back then, because the South was like, dude, this is bread and butter. This is money. Y'all get y'all money a different way. This is how we get our money. You know what I mean? And even then, a lot of times they were just like, yo, treat them humane. Treat them with some humanity. And they was just like, nah. I mean, could you imagine that again, and that just boils down to what we fast forward to. Civil rights. We got civil rights. You know what I mean? Civil. Just be respectful. Be civil. Be civilized. You know what I mean? That's what we was fighting for, to just be respected. Anyway, man, got too deep. Try not to get that deep. It's white people moments. But like I said, that was a good look for us, because it showed that it wasn't all bad. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get back into this music. I don't know where we're gonna go right now, but we're gonna have fun. And yeah, let's do what we do. Let's go. Yes, hey, you know how we do. Yeah, I'm about to zone out and forget what time was time, man, and get into my ooh. But anyway, we're going to continue this on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? Post-birthday, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's get down. Hope everybody out there having a good one. Like I said, in a couple of months or so, we're going to have a lot of ooh-wees coming through. One time for the mind, 2 times for the spirit. Make sure that y'all gonna hear it. Everybody thinking what's up, but they be churning. Some people be looking like, ooh, where is this churning? Some people be asking where his parents at enduring. Everything that he doing, I wonder what he doing. Let me stop doing that. But we know people who talk like that, though. You know what I'm saying? People who talk like that make the best cornbread. For real. People like that, you gotta ask what they cooking for dinner. You know what I'm saying? It smell good. Next thing you know, you might be eating possum, skunk, raccoon or something. Then ate it. Mad. But anyway, it's time to go. And I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. So let me do it like this. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. And peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.